again, everyone. This is Faceless One. So, nandito na naman kami. It's been a while since we've recorded something to bring you the latest news. Again, this is our segment, ang nagbabagang patatas or hot potato. So, again, yung mga topics na meron tayo for today is yung mga mainit na issues right now, or di lang issues, mga topics, trending topics in our social scenes, ganon. And I am your
Mm.
host, Dual Hati, or Ati for short.
Yeah, thank you, Ati, and I'm Supremo, Primo for short. And yun nga nasabi mo, it's been a while, no, since ng last episode natin. So kung nakikinig kayo, parang last month pa yung episode natin. So today we're going to
Mhm.
have like a little catching up to do. So
With the
pag-uusapan
world.
natin yung mga for this one we're gonna mix it a little bit. Parang gagawa tayo
Mhm.
ng top 5 November kalat or November virals. So basically
November
in
kalat,
this in this
November patatas.
episode in this episode we're gonna talking about like the top 5 most viral social issues na nangyari sa Pilipinas or maybe sa buong mundo, like for this month, for November, kasi mag-December na eh. So, sa ngayon, so this is Nabagabagang Patatas, and just disclaimer lang, again, the views and opinions na sinasabi namin dito does not reflect the views and opinions of other
The host.
hosts. Yeah, and that doesn't represent, of course, the whole faceless one. Grabe, sobrang galing ko mag-disclaimer. Anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's get it right into it. So, top 5 viral issue. So, in our first na pinag-usapan, like earlier in the month of November, is the coffee campers issue. So, there's this Scottish vlogger. I forgot his name, but na binidyo niya yung mga basically like students or maybe young professionals or digital nomads na lagi nakatambay sa mga coffee shop. So this is normal in Philippine culture. Pumunta ka sa Starbucks or any coffee shop actually na makikita mo yung mga tao na doon nag-aaral, doon nagchichikahan, nagkukwentuhan. Most of them are working there or spending a lot of time. Maybe nagkaroon lang siya ng uh, hard time to get his coffee or makahanap ng upuan. So parang he tried to like video or parang i-vlog yung nakita niya sa coffee shop. And in that vlog also, na parang it seems like parang nilalight niya yung social culture ng mga Pilipino. So, what do you think, Luwalhati, about this, about our culture or about this vlogger in general? Ano bang masasabi mo?
Anong parang? Nakakatawa pero hindi parang.
Mm.
Talagang nilalait niya. Ako, this isn't the first video I saw of him. And I would like to get this straight. Coffee
Mm-hmm.
campers hate. So, one thing is, you're in a different culture. What you could actually do is appreciate the things na hindi mo na-experience. Kasi, for sure, meron siyang magagandang experience. As a vlogger, I don't think he has, I don't know, talaga namang yung mga post na mas nakaka-disrespect rather than na-appreciate mo. I wonder if kung meron din siyang vlog na ganun din ginagawa niya sa ibang countries. It's like, nakikita ko sa kanya na it's a ban waiting to happen because hindi mo
Mm-hmm.
na-appreciate yung mga bagay na dapat mo ma-appreciate. Saka dapat open-minded siya because you're not in your country,
Mm-hmm.
so you cannot expect yung same thing. Even if i-compare mo siya sa ibang country na outside your own country, kung i-compare mo
Yeah.
siya, wag kang maging bias na nakikita mo lang yung lahat ng negatives. Kasi hindi magiging pareho yung isang country from another because they have a different culture. Tapos,
Mm-hmm.
um, napanood ko rin yung isang video niya about a Makati pedestrian. Um, Makati pedestrian. Tapos, nagrereklamo siya na bakit hindi daw siya makatawid. Eh, hindi niya naman tinanong kung bakit hindi siya pinatatawid ng guard. Hindi naman siya makausap kasi, syempre, naka-video siya. And another thing is, um, I don't like his post kasi yung mga taong kinukuha niya ng video, I mean, it's okay for you to get a shot of something. Pero maybe if
Mm-hmm.
you're actually vlogging about it, be more conscientious kasi, um, for example, for this specific recording, di ba, we're actually using, say, Zoom to get in touch with each other. The Zoom actually has a disclaimer that we're both being recorded,
Mm-hmm.
di ba? So may consent between the
Their
both of us na
consent, yeah.
nagre-record tayo right now. regardless if voice lang or my face. So I
Mm,
think na nami-miss, meron siyang miss on that one.
mm.
Anyway, I think ang one thing na gusto kong sabihin sa kanya is, man, appreciate the things you can. Kasi hindi ka matutuwa sa lahat ng bagay. And kaya ka nagta-travel for you to learn things, not for you to complain about things.
Yes. Well, basically, maybe, alam mo yun, parang, siguro inaano niya na kasi since Starbucks coffee shop is like a modern culture. So kung ano yung ina-expect niya, na parang, nakita niya na culture yun ng mga Filipino na social culture. Pero siguro is it like it's time also for us Filipinos to be open-minded when other people think or iba like kasi parang for me kasi okay lang naman na tumambay sa alam mo yun sa coffee shop kasi that's the place to hang out. That's our social culture. Pero naisip mo kasi minsan na there's common courtesy din eh. Kung alam mong madami ng tao, tapos wala na maupuan and stuff, tapos you've been there for long, parang for me dapat common courtesy na yun na, alam mo yun, na umalis ka naman, parang give other people. Kasi hindi lang naman, alam mo yun, parang you're also giving, parang, ang tawag doon, uh, yung may-ari, like for example, kasi it's business
Business
eh.
owners,
So, sa business perspective, kung ikaw yung may-ari, for example, and you have people like staying in your establishment for so long, parang naano mo yung mga potential customers eh. So, I mean, tanggap ko siya na it's like a Filipino culture and, foreigners should respect and educate themselves kung paano yung social culture sa ating mga Pilipino. Pero I think it's an opportunity also para tingnan sa sarili natin kung ito bang culture natin is it okay
acceptable
ba?
pa.
Yes. Yes, totoo.
Mm.
Tama. So, I mean, of course, I don't like him, mocking us or mocking our culture kasi ano din yun, parang hindi maganda kasi parang yun
The
naging
way,
ano. Yeah.
for me kasi, the way he hits it, it's so negative. Like,
Yes.
I mean, our conversation right now, we're pointing out the bad things, but we're also
Mm,
seeing opportunities, right? He doesn't see
mm,
opportunities. He's just criticizing the things he doesn't like. Yun yung
yeah.
pan.
Maybe yun yung way niya para makakuha ng attention or makakuha ng views like clickbait or something ganyan since pero syempre nasa Pilipinas siya so alam niya na magmaraming I don't know, baka nga siguro dami yun ng threats or anything, pero I'm not sure what's happening. But yeah, it also points out a lot of problems sa ating like, sa bansa natin. Like, why do we have these people studying in coffee shops anyway at the first place, no? And like, parang according to other people, like this points out na yung lack of public space natin, like at least a safe public place, the lack of like public libraries kung saan pwede mag-aral. And I'm not sure pero I think for me din parang for me yung culture ng Starbucks or ng coffee shop is more on like andun din yung parang social culture na parang hey look at us we're like hanging out in Starbucks like drinking coffee and stuff like that. So yeah. Grabe pero I don't know.
Eh, at tingin ko rin naman, I guess, sa quick one on this, talagang more on socially driven tong point of view na
Mm,
to, no? Tapos, tama ka dun sa na-point out mo na naging social habit na siguro natin yun, no? Magandang gamitin siguro tong term if ever. Naging social habit natin to stay there. I am also at fault because at times when I used to, di ba may Starbucks kasi
mm.
malapit sa school? Remember that?
Oo.
Tapos malapit siya
Yeah.
sa dorm ko.
Oo.
So, um, when kailangan ko talaga ng, alam mo yun, mag 24 hours, I go to coffee shop. Pero hindi naman ako yung tipo ng I'll order two things even if mag-isa lang ako tas may isang table. Tama ka naman dun sa na-mention mo na maybe now overstay na nung iba yung pagstay nila. Pero
Mm.
meron kasing parang these days yung mga restaurants, please, meron silang parang mga stickers or something na
Mm.
nakadikit sa table saying that please, parang magpaubaya kayo dun sa
Be
mga
considerate to other.
yung mga customers na if yung kain pa lang and all. So maganda rin namang
Mm.
i-practice natin. Tama ka na siguro, um, it's time to also address na ibalik din natin yung mga social etiquette na meron tayo. Kasi
Mm.
parang ngayon kasi medyo medyo na, I guess na pupulute lang din tayo ng mga social So, let's just face it, yun, kung ano yung nakikita natin sa social scenes, yun yung gagawin natin. And we
Mm.
thought that's correct. Pero, in reality, if bibigyan natin ng lalatagan mo ng rules about social etiquette yung tao, parang mali na yung ginagawa natin. Yun lang.
Yun, maganda. Okay. Maganda masabi yun. So, if you want to start off with that topic, you just can comment in this video or just send us an email. Yeah, maganda siyang pag-usapan. Ang dami nating mahuhukay na parang social issues with regards to it. But moving on, top 4. So, syempre, isang malaking event of the month of November yung Miss Universe, especially sa ating mga Pilipino. It's like a Manny Pacquiao fight now pag Miss Universe. So lahat din inaabangan, especially nung nanalo na sina Pia Wurtzbach, sina Catriona Gray. So malaking
Catriona,
event
yes.
for the Philippines yung hindi lang yun basta sa mga babae or sa mga LGBTQ. I mean, you could all see like almost everyone, parang inaabangan yung Miss Universe, especially kung alam nating meron tayong laban. And and this year, may laban naman tayo. Pero that's not the topic na pag-uusapan natin. One of the controversies na hinaharap ngayon ng Miss Universe and medyo divided yung mga Filipinos is about inclusivity. So, kung yung mga hindi nakakaalam, this year, Miss Universe has 2 transgender contestants, si Miss Portugal at si Miss Netherlands, I think. And then they also have a plus-size woman, si Miss Nepal, and they have 2 married women nakasali. So, as stated by the new owner of the Miss Universe, na parang Miss Universe will now be a safe space for every woman. So, parang kahit anong klase ka pang woman. I mean, if you're either single, you're married, yung age increase, in-increase na
kids.
before. Yeah. Yung iba dati hanggang 28 years old lang. In-increase na nila yun. Parang wala nang age limit. So soon, makikita na rin tayo ng mga 30s.
50?
Alam?
Well,
Naisip ko
no.
parang Miss Universe, baka kapati alien pwede na rin kasi universe eh. So, yung mga galing
Okay.
Mars, pwede na rin sumali. So, eto, ang daming divided opinion about this. So, yeah, a lot of Filipinos mostly say na yun nga, na hindi na siya Miss Universe, alam mo yun, parang hinalo-halo na siya, mix universe na siya, ganun, kasi parang mekus-mekus na yung halo-halo na, ganyan. So, what do you think about this, Luwalhati?
Tama ka dyan. Mixed universe talaga, no? So, we're
hotpot
na siya ng everything. So, ewan ko, kung traditional sense din naman ang pag-uusapan natin, I would say, let's not do that. Let's create multiple pageants na lang ng hindi sa ayaw kong maging inclusive or ayaw kong maging united. However, I feel like this is not the avenue to do that kasi we've created this. I think gawa natin ng another opportunity kasi it's not like they haven't did any trial and errors. There are a lot of competitions or pageants before in the world, but ito yung competition. Perspective ko lang naman to, of course, ha? But I think this is one of the top selling. Kasi franchise din to eh. Let's face it, this is a business. This is not something na for the world lang din talaga. Gaya nga nung sabi mo, may nakabili agad ng franchise, di ba? Di ba, alam ko kasi franchise yung tawag dito eh. But to correct me if I'm wrong. So, ito yung pinakamabenta ng franchise. Parang ano lang yan, yung mga singing competitions out there or talent competitions.
Yeah.
So, ito yung pinakamabenta. So, hindi siya, it's not a matter of inclusion for me, but rather, naging nasanay, sige, nandun na, nasanay lang tayo na specific lang yung Miss Universe. However, for me, it's not an avenue for that. Let's just create another competition. Isa pa, kukunti yung mananalo kapag pinagsama-sama mo sila lahat sa isang hotpot. Kung merong kang 5 category ng people, di sana nagkaroon ka ng 5 pageants, di sana meron kang 25 winners. Pag sinama mo sila sa mixed universe, hindi mo pa rin naman nanalo sa'yo. Di mas konti lang yung magiging masaya sa winning part, right? But that's just my perspective. How about you, Primo? Anong tingin mo?
Yeah, ako siguro makakancel ako dito kasi I'm opposed to it. Well, alam mo naman ako, I will always stand for equality and, parang fairness to all. Tsaka, For me, I mean, I don't know kung may masagasaan or something. But for me, it's not, Miss Universe is just a beauty pageant, you know? For me, it's just a
Mm.
labanan lang yan ng ganda, ng talino. I mean, they try putting like advocacy to like put something depth into it. But at the end of the day, like in the finals, it's just like, i-judge ka pa rin ng mga tao based on sa looks at sa katawan mo. And I'm on
Yeah.
Catriona agree with this eh. Na parang, if like a
Mm.
transgender or like a plus size woman or like a married woman, parang work hard and prove na kaya niyang kapatan yung standard ng Miss Universe, then walang walang naghahadlang para alam mo yun, na hindi wala akong makitang reason kung bakit hindi siya pwedeng sumali. I mean, those are Catriona Gray's words. And for me, like alam mo yun, like parang this is just a beauty contest. Alam mo yun, hindi to parang it's not a representation of like a woman's struggle. Alam mo yun, na parang yun yung sinasabi ng iba. And for me, hindi kasi ako fan nung separation. Yung alam mo yun na parang segregation, na parang pag pure na babae dito lang, pag trans ka dito ka lang, pag paganda ka dito ka lang, pag mataba ka, sorry, dito ka lang, ganyan. I mean, for me, kung gusto nila ng depth dun sa Miss Universe, na hindi lang siya tawagin na parang just a competition of, you know, impossible body types, parang ganyan,
Mm.
or like mga parang standard na gito ba yung gusto yung ipakita sa mga little girls natin, na parang this is the standard of beauty, like parang
Mm.
sobrang sexy mo, sobrang ganda mo. For me, okay yung inclusivity na ginawa nila eh, kasi maraming argument about it. Pero para sa akin, like for example, for trans women, ang daming pinaglalaban ng mga trans women. Alam mo yun, para lang ma-accept sila. I don't know, in the end, it won't solve anything. Pero sabi nga ng pinakaunang transgender na contestant, sabi niya, I don't have to win. I just have to be there. Alam mo yun,
Correct.
gusto niya lang makita na we recognize you and we recognize you as a woman. We know your struggle and we include
We're
you just to,
represented.
yes, na paalam mo, hindi ka lang representation, we just, you know, we are treating you as an equal woman,
Mm.
basically. So, hindi ka lang token, hindi ka lang basta parang a part of, like, you know, dahil gusto lang namin maging woke or something. But
Mm.
being there or having contestants na transgender are saying na parang we acknowledge you as real women. Parang for me ganon. Kaya yun yung sinabi niya na parang hindi niya kailangan manalo. She just needs to be there. Alam mo yun. And I know it won't solve anything, lahat ng mga pinagalaban ng mga, you know, LGBTQ. But for me kasi, medyo disappointed lang ako sa Pinas kasi parang I think it comes with ignorance din eh, tungkol sa mga struggles ng LGBTQ. Kasi ang issue nga lagi nila, ang tingin kasi natin sa mga transgender more on novelty lang eh. Like parang katatawanan, makeup parlorista, alam mo yan, parang comedian. But in other parts
I
of the
think on top,
world,
I think on top of it, yung ano talaga, more on comedy. I have rarely seen someone who is in this transgender or who belong to this community specifically na medyo mataas yung tingin natin. Unless nanonood kayo ng Drag Week, kasi fan naman ako ng show na yun. Super ang witty nila, di ba? I mean, I would like to have that kind of things as well. So, siguro, yeah, good point yun na mention mo na, ewan ko, parang feeling ko representation. That's just,
yeah, however, I mean, for me, I want
it's a good opportunity rin, no? To get everything siguro sabihin natin challenge in a way.
Kasi
for us to broaden our perspectives eh. Tama yun.
Hindi, kasi for me, yun nga, sa representation, hindi lang siya basta representation for me. Kasi alam mo, yun yung pinaglalaban nila na parang for them to be treated as equal. So, kung ipipilit pa rin natin yung segregation, na parang ganun pa rin yung tingin natin sa kanila. Parang you're still not part of it. We still want a pure traditional beauty contest. Hindi siya, parang for me, walang pinagkaiba yung mga purists sa elitist eh. Sorry. Kung yung, parang pag sabi mo kasi, okay, this universe should look a certain way. Dapat magagandang babae na talaga nandyan. Parang for me, it's very elitist na alam mo yun na parang, which is at the first point, Miss Universe is very controversial at the first place, even without the transgender. Kasi yun yung pinapakita mo sa mundo na parang this is an ideal beauty. which is hindi totoo.
Tama naman.
Kung babae ka, tapos nakikita mo yung Miss Universe as the real representation of your beauty, of your struggle, then I think you have to think your priorities, or alam mo yun, dapat hindi ganon. Kasi those, kahit sila mismo sasabihin nila kung ganong hirap yung pinagdadaanan nila, and they won't recommend those hirap, like starving themselves, doing a lot of workouts. Hindi nila i-recommend yun sa isang
Just to
normal na
impress
babae.
someone else.
Yes. And for me,
Just
Miss
to impress
Universe is
someone.
just, at the end of the day, it's a beauty pageant. It's not something deep or anything. At alam ko na hindi mawawala yung essence ng competition na yon kung
If
magkakaroon siya ng
we add
inclusion.
them in.
Yeah, medyo ano yan. So I'm sorry kung na-offend ko kayo, but that's just like my 2 cents, and that's what I stand for. Kasi, I mean, at least for now, um, ganun yung,
Perspective mo on this.
that's it. Yeah, okay.
That's
Moving
actually
on.
a good thing. For me, that's a good thing. Okay,
Sige.
next topic on hand.
Ay, moving on. Medyo light naman tayo, medyo petty teen drama. So, para sa mga catch up lang sa mga hindi
Hindi pa rin
nakakaalam, basically the Gen Z, or sa TikTok and Twitter, grabe nag-blow up tong dalawang friend na to, si Kelly Kim and Joanna Lee. So basically, it's just a
Dapat hindi mo
story
na
of
sila
like,
pinangalanan.
alam naman nila, research nyo. Kasi nakakatuwa siya. So basically, it's about a hoodie, a super cute hoodie. Ayan, na
Super
alam mo
cute
yun,
hoodie.
nagustuhan ng dalawang babae, to the point na ginost na ng isang babae yung friend niya kasi nagpapakit yung isang girl dun sa supposedly boyfriend niya. So,
Kay
parang
hoodie.
siguro,
Saka
yes.
lang hoodie.
So isang yung friend, hiniram yung hoodie ng boyfriend, tapos hindi na sinaoli pagkatagal-tagal. So, at the end, parang gumawa siya ng parang get ready me. Get ready video. Parang yun yung tawag dun, yung nag-makeup ka. Tapos nagsasalita ka. Tapos sinabi niya dun yung kung bakit niya ginost yung friend niya. Alam mo na hindi naman talaga siya yung type na nag-ghost ng friend. Pero sinabi niya tapos ang sinabi niya yung mga ginawa ng friend niya. Which na naman to the point na parang ngayon, yung friend niya na yun, nag-respond. So, sabi niya na, o kaya hindi niya pinalik yung hoodie kasi super cute daw yung hoodie, ganyan. Tapos lahat daw ng mga post niya, TMIs naman lahat eh. So parang pa-special daw yung friend. Tapos she tried to reach out pero hindi daw siya pinansin. So, and internet is divided about this. Kasi for me, yung pag-ghost, parang hindi siya acceptable eh. If you have an issue with someone, you just tell them, na parang may issue ako sa'yo. Hindi yung tipong yung ghost mo na lang siya. Basically, yun yung sa side ng girl na isa, yung nagka-cute. Pero siya, ginawa niya kasi ghost siya, then the other friend just found out. As per So, what are your thoughts about it? So, ka din ba sa drama nila?
Hindi. Nakakaaliw sila panoodin. For real. And pati yung mga follow-up posts nila about the issue. So, parang talo pa nila yung naging social, kung super seryoso yung mixed universe a while ago, the story seems like, unfortunately, I have to say it, but it's very petty. Ang daming nagugutom sa mundo. Tapos a lot of people has been battling cancer for years because it's something that we don't still have any cure cure na madali, as in, parang may flu ka, uminom ka ng gamot, and pahinga ka, it's that. However, nakakaaliw. Siguro maraming nag-scroll dyan. But, for me, just to address, unang-una, best friend sila, no? They've been dating na parang best friend sila. Ako naman, tama ka dun sa parang nagiging social trend na kasi natin to ghost people. I don't think that's acceptable at all, especially considering na sabi mo, ba't mo pa siya trinit na best friend? If you're going to end the friendship, end it clean, parang relationship lang din. Tapos, baka madami akong masabi, no? Ang petty nung ako sa store, pero ang dami ko. So, hindi, no. Yung isa is, ako, yung nag-post ng unang video, kasi di ba nagkwento siya, I would have to say na if you're gonna go on the internet with the story, hindi ba mas pleasant if kinausap mo na lang ng friend? I don't think this is working for us because I feel offended, or I don't feel comfortable with what you're doing. Pero,
yes.
imbis, ang magandang trajectory dito siguro if ever is kung willing kang isiwalat sa buong mundo yung issues mo with someone else. Kasi hindi niya pa pinangalanan and all. Parang ganun ka ka-confident. Like, billions of people will be able to see your post. Pero never kang nagkaroon ng courage or ng bravery to face the actual person na may issue ka with. I think that's one of the issue that maybe we should be thinking about instead of yung paghabol nila. Iisa na lang ba yung lalaki sa mundo? Parang sobrang gwapo ba ni Kuya? Ano bang meron
Diba,
sa
sobrang
kanya?
gwapo ni Kuya eh.
Baka...
Nakita mo ba yung Twitter?
Hindi ko alam kung anong pinakakain sila kanila ni Kuya at ano ang anong meron sa mahiwagang hoodie na ito na kailangan mag-keep
Well,
ng
it's
friendship
super
ng
cute.
dalawang tao.
Yeah. Sobrang cute daw ng hoodie eh. Yung Nike na hoodie. Kaya hindi niya maibalik. Kaya ang reaction
Hanapin
niya
natin
is
ng hoodie
parang,
na yan.
oh, tinapin mo, sobrang plain niya lang na Nike hoodie. Kaya sabi niya parang, super cute hoodie girl, ba, you're lying.
Ma-reaction.
Hindi. And for me naman kasi, yeah.
Go for you.
For me, alam mo yun, parang it turns out to be like a public drama na kasi. Alam mo, minsan mas gusto pa ng mga Gen Z yung mga ganun. Yung parang, alam mo yun. Eh ngayon, ang kalaban niya, buong internet na. Doon dati ang kalaban niya lang sa boyfriend niya, yung best friend niya. Ngayon, yung buong internet na yung nag-thirst sa sa boyfriend niya. Oo, tsaka sa boyfriend niya, ang dami nang nagpapalong. Oo, syempre.
Ang haba
Sa
ng
akin,
buhok ni Kuya.
Oo.
Hindi lang pala hoodie yung meron siya.
Oo. Siguro kasi kahit yung mga ganitong drama, I don't know, maybe our life is too mundane na parang yeah, na yung mga konting something that reminds us of high school of, you know, o parang or
I think
yung mga
one
competitors.
reason kung bakit it actually clicks people kasi ayun, as compared to our topic a while ago, mixed universe again, na palagi yun ulit. Super light kasi ng story nila eh, and it doesn't take more than 2 minutes or sige, sabi na natin more than 5 minutes for to see the entire issue ng story nila. So it's just fun. Pero tama ka na, parang ang mundane lang talaga ng buhay natin for us to be focused on. Sana mas may, alam mo yung walang substance. Kasi in reality, walang substance yung ano eh. And we have to find faults or substance for us to make sense of the story. But,
pero may mga lessons pa rin tayo makakuha eh. Like, alam mo yun. Like, for example, miscommunication or the lack of communication itself between the two friends for me. Yun yung nabanggit mo rin kanina na, alam mo yun, na instead of ghosting, alam mo yun, kung pinag-usapan nila ng mabuti, I mean, they have resolved it na parang na mas maayos. Especially kung parang they let like a one man ruin their friendship or something. I don't know, I mean, something... Yeah,
tapos,
alam mo yun.
Pag nag-break sila nung guy, ang gagawin ng isang girl, magkukwento siya sa friends niya ng mga girls. E di kasama pa rin nila sa later on. Nakakatawa lang yung story nila.
Anyway, so moving on.
That's it. Thank you for them for lighting up our days and having opportunity to talk about something na maybe we should siguro yung sublime na lang na really, for example, realization natin dalawa between the both of us. Maybe that's something that people should be thinking about this kind of issue or trending.
Yeah. Moving on. Top
Anything
2.
Else?
Top 2. So this one medyo sensitive or something. It's about a kid na binuli. I mean, hindi siya pinakain ng ice cream. So, napanood ba naman siguro to, no? Yung trending sa Facebook or sa social media nitong nakarang, parang I think last week lang, na basically this influencer guy, parang binigyan niya ng ice cream yung anak niya, and then another kid parang came to him, tapos sinabihan niya na, di naman kita anak ka, ganyan. Gusto mo ng ice cream, pabili ka sa mama mo, ganyan. And I think it's not an issue for me in a way, pero the thing is, pinost niya kasi sa social media with now na parang feeling ng mga tao is na pahiya yung bata for like thousands and millions of people. At ngayon, the parents also are suing him. I think parang kinasuhan siya ng
child trauma.
Child abuse, anti-bullying, and cybercrime law.
Cybercrime.
Yeah. So, parang mas lalo siyang lumalim. Kasi kung ako napanood ko yung video, parang, I mean, it's a joke, you know? I mean, it's like a sarcasm joke. Alam naman natin, at feeling hindi naman ako, alam mo, minsan pag nakakaano tayo ng bata, ang sarap kasi asarin ng bata, di ba? Usually, nagpapayak din naman tayo ng bata. Sobrang guilty ako talaga yung nagpapayak ng bata. Pero, mga pamangkin, so sarap kasi silang asarin eh. And I don't think na parang nagkakaroon ng trauma yung bata for that eh. Kasi it's just a sarcasm, it's like a joke. Parang, oo, ano, ganyan, bili ka doon. But again, this is parang it blows out of proportion kasi nung pinost niya na,
Oo.
which is parang he thinks he did something cool or you know funny, pero hindi pala kasi there's a kid involved. Yeah, what are your thoughts
I
about it?
think ako ang mali yung sa post niya. Dapat, ewan ko, kasi baka kasi live yung video niya, may yun yung possibility. Or hindi, kasi parang post lang naman yun. Ako, mali siya ng pag-post. But for the entire story, if I saw it, I don't think there is an actual case, if I may say so. Hindi tayo lawyers, of course, that's different perspective. And tama ka na, hindi naman natin pwedeng i-assume na magkakatrauma. However, hindi rin natin pwedeng i-assume na wala talagang trauma. But that's an everyday life eh. Hindi naman natin pwedeng ipakita. I think, ang dapat i-consider ng both sides, I'm not sure, parang magkakasuhan na ba talaga sila final?
I think so. I think I've seen something na parang,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tingin ko, wag nilang, we're adults eh. We're supposed to be the ones who will deal with these issues as adults, no?
Yes.
With their kids. Alam naman na natin na ang mali, para sa akin, ang pinakapagkakamali ng isang party is that he posted it publicly online. And kasi ang point doon, you made fun of it. And hindi pa siguro ngayon yung maging effect, but however maybe someday mapapanood ng isang bata talaga na I don't think it's an act of bullying. Kasi hindi mo naman responsibility in the first place na pakainin ng ice cream yung hindi mo naman anak. Diba? It's just a moral courtesy of sort na wag mo lang sanang i-ganon yung bata. Kasi they don't have that distinction yet hindi pa rin nila na-intindihan. Pero dapat iisipin din natin for the adults on this, hindi yung mga bata. So yeah, nagkamali siya sa post. If you could turn it down, I'm sure maybe may iwasan pa na yung case. But medyo petty din yung if magpa-file ng case yung parents. Honestly, I totally feel I will always be sensitive about kids. I love kids, sorry. Kahit hindi ko sila anak or baka hindi ako magkakanak, pero about kids, I think they're cute, they're wonders because we could actually learn from them when we're adults. But medyo petty din para sa akin yung naging issue. Kasi yun, ang una ko kasi instinct kung bakit siya, parang yung perspective ko nung una ko nakita din yung video is parang ginagawa din, tama ka na, they're blowing it out of proportion for them to file a case. Kasi, again, maraming issue na dapat natin bigyan ng pansin. Pero, and yet, we are we're identifying this specific video as video of bullying, violence. Yun lang nakikita ko eh. Kasi di naman siya fault, di naman masama na gawin ng, parang sinabi ng lalaki na, sige, pabili ka sa mama mo. Kasi that's the reality of it. Ang responsibility mo as parent is of course, first and foremost, your own child. Diba?
Yes. Tsaka mahirap pag nagpaano ka ng...
siya, biglang pumasok yung bata. Na isa, diba? Yun lang.
Yun, kasi yun nga, yung sa bata, I mean, that's how they learn. Alam mo, hindi mo sila kayang protektahan all the time. Eh. Alam mo yun, parang, the thing is, ano nga ako sa mga bata na na alam mo yung parang sobrang spoiled. I mean, syempre, parang guilty ako sa pagsuspoil ng mga bata. I mean, spoiler din ako ng mga bata. Pero, alam mo yun, parang hindi mo rin control. Sometimes in the real world, ma-experience lang yung mga ganito. So, you cannot really...
rejection,
yes. Alam mo yun.
Or...
kahit nung bata ako na experience ko naman yan na hindi naman lahat nabibigay sa akin and stuff. Dapat niya turuan pa natin yung mga magulang. I mean, dapat it's just like a lesson for parents na hindi dapat binibigay sa lahat sa mga anak. Alam mo, parang hindi sila laging lumaki na, alam mo yun, na parang feeling niya nakukuha nila lahat. Basically that. Pero
without
yun nga, yung...
hard work.
Yes. And I think the issue lang is the recording and medyo
Mm.
sensitive na. And feeling ko naman may social pressure dun sa mga magulang. Kasi for them, di ba una sabi nila, I mean, if you watch the reaction ng parents, ayaw nila na gulo, basically. Pero it seems like there's social pressure na sa mga netizen na parang, anong klase kang magulang, ganyan. Parang mo yun, na parang kung anak ko yan, gagastos ako ng pera para lang mabigyan ng justice. So nagkaroon alam mo yun, sa mga netizens, nagkakaroon ng pressure sila na parang, ay, pag hindi ko to kinasuhan, ako naman yung sasabihan ng masamang magulang. Parang ganon. Parang hindi ko pinoprotektahan yung anak ko. So, alam mo,
So
mahirap
ano,
na at this
another
age eh.
lesson learned ba? Dapat ba natin maging lesson learn ay ano to? Something lesson to learn for us as parents is huwag tayong magpadala sa peer pressure. Dumaan na tayo sa high school noon. So mag-move on
Yeah.
na tayo. So,
No, pero I
go
don't
ahead.
know. It's a huge topic.